Maher says taxing the rich doesn't seem to solve the problem. No duh, Bill Maher. This is what conservatives have been saying, that taxing the rich isn't going to fix anything, especially when you have a government that's overspending, that can't balance a budget, and spending us into oblivion and basically just giving away our money to other countries. Of course, that's not going to solve the problem when those things are happening. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to play the clip and hear what Bill Maher has to say. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account. So follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from Breitbart, and they report that on Friday's broadcast of HBO's Real Time, host Bill Maher stated that government tries to do too much, and taxing the rich doesn't appear to actually help people who are struggling economically. It doesn't, because the money never really goes to who they claim it's supposed to go to. While speaking with Washington Post columnist George Will, Maher said, quote, "I keep hearing tax the rich. I understand that, but they do. The rich do pay a lot. I know, because I'm rich and I pay a lot, like over half. And most rich people really do pay a lot in taxes. But we only have a finite amount of rich people. So they have to get the money from someone. And so most of the time, the majority of the money comes from the rich, yes, and the middle class. That's who pays the majority share of the taxes. And it's not right, because our money is not really going to fix anything, especially lately. Look at our infrastructure that's falling apart. Look at all the money we give to other countries, we give to illegal immigrants. It's so messed up. But let's play the clip from Bill Maher, hear what he has to say about this. Here we go.
So explain the American economy to me slowly, because, I keep hearing tax the rich. I understand that, but they do. I mean, the rich do pay a lot. I know, because I'm rich and I pay a lot. Like over half. So
you're among the 1% who pays 40% in this country, the top 1%, 40% of the income tax.
And I wouldn't mind doing it, except it doesn't seem to solve the problem.
It's not.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't solve the problem. Things does not seem to get better. The more you tax the rich, it seems like the more average American, poor people, working class suffer. It's crazy. And the crazy part is, though, the more tax breaks they give to people, the more money that the government actually gets as well. I think it should be a study done on that to show that, because we see it. We see that the more tax breaks, the more taxes people save on, the more government pulls in revenue. That's because people have more money in their pocket, so they take that money. Some people will save, but we are consumer people. We consume a lot of things. So a lot of that money will be spent, which when we purchase something goes, we pay taxes on those things we purchase and things like that. So if there's actually a benefit to cutting taxes, people spend more. It gets the economy moving again. I don't understand why the left can't see that.
Supposed to solve the problem. It's supposed to make people feel good. And what makes them feel good is envy. The tax code now is codified envy, which doesn't make people happy, because envy is the only one of the 7 deadly sins that doesn't give the sinner even momentary pleasure. I'll pause while you go down the list.
But I just want to know where the money goes, because I keep reading things like half the country cannot survive like a $400 disaster in their life. Like they don't have $400 in the bank if the car breaks or something. And the other half are buying Taylor Swift and Beyonce tickets for $1,800. Okay, and like I say, I pay every year more than half. The government makes more than half. Where does it go? If it's not helping and fixing the people who are one paycheck away from disaster, where is this money going?
Great question. The money is going to countries like Israel, is going to illegal immigrants, like I stated earlier, is going to Ukraine. We're sending our money, we're exporting our money everywhere else. We're doing everything, helping everyone else except our own people, which is utterly ridiculous.
First of all, that's probably a made-up statistic because it serves a political agenda to say that about people. Remember, Bill, this is a country people are literally dying to get into so they can go to work. This is not a hellhole. Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, no, I don't think it is either. Oh, I like it, and I'm staying here, and no one's getting me out. But it seems, what dismays me so much about this country these days is nobody wants to even talk to each other. And we seem to be, I mean, I've been trying to preach here for a long time.
That is the left. The left is the ones that's not wanting to talk. They're the ones telling people during Christmas to not talk to their conservative family members. They're the one telling people to cut off their family that have a different point of view than them. So that's not us that's saying this. That's the left that's saying this.
Can we kind of come together? It seems we're going in the opposite direction. On the one hand, you have, I mean, this must be horrible for a guy like you, who you spent your whole life talking about how government tries to do too much, which it does, and spends too much. And here you have Trump, who is the Republican, who is aggrandizing more power than anybody, as we just talked about. And on the other side, you have the guy running in New York.
Yeah, the guy running in New York who's a total socialist who want to take all of the tax dollars and he want to just tax people so government have more money to send overseas, which is just ridiculous. But later, Maher said to Will that Will is someone who spent his whole life talking about how government tries to do too much, which it does. And I agree. Government does try to do too much. They got their hands in everything that we do. If government just stay out of a bunch of things, I think the American people would be a lot better off. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.